We brought Arnold in for a veterinary exam. He needed emergency surgery. And in the process, we noted that his mate was knocking at the door, trying to get in.
Ma'am, don't worry, we're going to do everything we can.
This is our first time we've ever had a patient try to visit while the other patient is in care.
Hey everybody, this is Zach, and this is Arnold the Goose's story for GeoBeats. We run a nonprofit wildlife veterinary hospital. We have one branch on Cape Cod, and out in the back there's a pond. And over the last several years, we've noticed a pair of geese out there. Last week, one of them was limping, and it's the one we refer to as Arnold. He's, a pretty charismatic guy, and we've been keeping an eye out for him for, a few years now. But we saw that he couldn't really walk, and he was continuously falling over and stumbling. And so, being that he chose to live in the backyard of a wildlife hospital, we thought we would take the opportunity to try to catch him and do a veterinary exam. So myself and one other employee went out, and with a little bit of effort, we were able to, capture him with a towel and bring him inside. When our veterinary team looked at him, they noticed that he had 2 open fractures on his foot. An open fracture is when the bone breaks, but then the tissue and muscle and skin kind of pull away and the bone's exposed. So we're getting ready to sedate him and get all the surgical instruments ready. And all of a sudden we heard like a tapping at the clinic door, and his mate was standing right on the porch. And she, not only standing there, she was very agitated.
Right now he's in surgery, and we'll let you know how it goes.
She really wanted to get inside. She kept persisting, so we did the whole surgery while she was watching the whole thing. She stood literally without moving. I can only imagine what she thought was going on because he's asleep on the table at this point. When he was waking up from anesthesia, these are wild animals, it can be a stressful moment. So we decided that we would give Arnold his oxygen right there on the floor next to the door. And so we opened the door, and him and his mate were there. And you could tell that she calmed down right away, and he was also pretty calm. She actually stuck her neck in and started to groom him while he was waking up. It was very nice. My hope is she'll hang around the rest of the time that he's in our care. He's got his foot in a large sort of bandage boot, so he's going to need to stay inside just to make sure that doesn't get infected. Whenever we can, we put them in front of the door together, and they get to spend a little bit of time. We think it's going to make his recovery a little easier. The New England Wildlife Centers provides care to 5,000 sick, injured, and orphaned wild animals a year. And this is the first time we ever had an animal visitor to our clinic. He'll probably be inside for at least another week or 10 days. And then we might be able to put him in an outdoor cage for a bit where they could be even closer to each other. And then probably 3 weeks from now, he'll be ready to go. I think he'll do just fine in the wild once he's released.